Welcome everybody to another episode of Geeking Poetic. I'm your host Larry Roberts, and in this episode we are going to do another unboxing, and not just any old unboxing. We are going to unbox some new exclusive Kiss vinyl. Now, you might have seen my previous episodes where I also did some unveilings of previous exclusive Kiss vinyl releases. Back in May, they'd released the 45th anniversary of Dynasty. You might see that back there. That was a Kiss Online exclusive, much like the one that we're going to look at today, where they did a special 2500 production run colored vinyl variant, as well as a 500 production run of a picture disc variant. Now, I did that one. I also talked later about some of the ones they did for Animalize. They've done a bunch of them in the past as well. This one I'm going to look at today is no exception to that. It's the same thing, and this one was commemorating the 50th anniversary at the end of October of the release of Kiss's second album, none other than Hotter Than Hell.
Drive me insane, but I can't get away.
Yes, Hotter Than Hell was released 50 years ago in late October of 1974. It's a great album. There's a lot of really classic songs on there. The title track, Let Me Go Rock and Roll, Parasite, Going Blind, just so many great songs on that album. It's one of my favorites. And when I found out that they were going to do this exclusive version of this for the 50th anniversary, I knew I was going to have to get my order in. Now, speaking of that, before we get to the unboxing, I've had people make comments in the past wondering how did I get my hands on these exclusives, especially the 500 variant, because a lot of people don't get the 500s. They sell out really quickly. And all I can tell you is I have no inside information or connection to it. I'm just a fan like anybody else. All I can say is you gotta really be quick, because I was awake early in the morning, ready to make my order as soon as it went live. I think it went live at like 8 a.m. here in the Midwest. I immediately placed my order, and I think by like 8:05 or 8:10, they were gone. Now, that being said, the 2500 variant is still currently available on kissonline.com. I definitely think if you're interested in that, go and get that. These do usually eventually sell out. Even the 2500s will eventually sell out, but they take a little bit longer than the 500s do. I got lucky. I was able to get both of them this time. In the past, like I mentioned in the Animalize episode, there are certain ones that I wasn't quick enough to get, and I'm missing a bunch of them as well. But it goes without saying that I am very excited to finally have these in my hand and to unbox them and see them for the first time here on camera with you and give you my honest first impressions of it. So without any further ado, let's get to some unboxing. So what I've got here is a vinyl record shipper box. This time, unlike what they did with the other ones in the past, these just got shipped individually in vinyl record shippers, not in like a larger box, which I'm okay with. And we'll show a little bit more of that in a few minutes here. But this is just one of the records. I have them individually and each in their own shipper. And yeah, let's get this open. All right, a little bit of tape. Okay. Opening this up and pull it out. I actually like this box that they used for this. This is like very sturdy, but very easy to get out. Sometimes these boxes can be a little bit tricky. And here we go. This is the 50th anniversary Hotter Than Hell vinyl. This is the one that's limited to 2500. It is a colored vinyl version, and you can see the cover there. Let me read what it says on the label. It says, Hotter Than Hell, Kiss 50th anniversary. Embossed jacket with silver metallic ink. Gold nugget colored vinyl plus bonus poster. Limited to 2,500 units worldwide. Yeah, it's really cool. It's like embossed. You can feel it, that it's a little bit raised there. Looks great. I think the colors look really nice on this. You can tell that they've done something to it. I mean, aside from it being embossed and everything, you can tell that they've updated the colors a little bit. It looks way more vibrant, I think, than the original did. On the back, it's hard to tell, obviously, on camera. But like I said, it is embossed, and in person, it really helps to make the artwork of the combination mask really pop. Now, I am going to open this up so that we can see what is inside. And just do this very carefully. All right, so I'm going to pull the contents out first. So first, showing you, because I like to always show you the inside of it, this one comes in a, it's not a super thick cardstock. It's a reasonable cardstock. It's like pretty much any other new vinyl you get nowadays. It's not terribly thick, but it's not flimsy. And this is on a yellow cardstock, as you can see there. And inside, it comes with a poster, which we will get to in a moment. And it comes with the vinyl, and just in a plain black inner sleeve that is like poly lined. And there you go. So there is the vinyl for you. That looks really good. I don't know how much it's translating there on camera, but this is, it's not just like, like they said, it's a gold nugget color. Holding it up to the light, it has this really, really cool swirl kind of effect to it. And I really like this. Yeah, I think this is actually one of the better colors they've done recently. Yeah, so there you go. That's side 1 and 2 of that. And we've got the poster. Now, with the 2500, this is just a one-sided poster. When we get to the other one, I think you'll see that it is a two-sided poster, but I'm not going to get ahead of myself there. Let me see if I can open this. This is really tricky to do on my own here on camera. And there you go. Posed shot of them from 1974. Very cool, like you might have seen back in Cream magazine back then. If anybody remembers, if y'all remember Cream magazine from the 1970s. And this comes folded up inside the record sleeve with the vinyl record itself. And I'm happy to report, looking at it here, my copy seems great. I don't seem to have any kind of creases or bends or anything that I've seen some of the other people, unfortunately, online saying that they experienced with their versions of this that were sent to them. Mine seems to be okay, so that's great. This is not the only thing you get because it is a bundle. Let's get to that right now. So with the bundle, you get the vinyl record, the 2500, and then you get a long sleeve shirt. Now, here's the thing about the long sleeve shirt, because there always has to be some kind of controversy, right? So as it is, when they do these limited edition records like this, they always do it, as I've mentioned before, as part of a bundle. Some people love it, some people hate it, but it is what it is. When it gets really tricky then is when the item you get bundled with it doesn't come out exactly the way people had hoped it to. Now, when this was first advertised, we saw that the front cover was this cool black and white image of the band, this artist rendering thing that's pretty period specific to the kind of art from that time. And then on the back, it had a facsimile of the back album cover with the song titles going around it. As people started getting their bundles in and taking the shirts out to look at them, they noticed that there was a misprint. The last song on the album, the infamous Ace Frehley pen title Strange Ways, was listed on shirts as just Strange. Not the biggest, most major thing in the world, but a lot of people got very upset about this and said, how could they let something like that go? Thankfully, they did notify Kiss Online about it, and they said, sorry, okay, it's been noted. We will send you a newly printed fixed version of it. Now, I have 2 of them. One of them, I am told, is supposed to be the original one, and one of them is supposed to be the fixed one. However, I've seen some people complaining that they sent back the original misprinted one and got a new one, and it was still the misprinted. So they really screwed that up. I think that was more the exception than the rule. Most people I've seen have said now that they've gotten the proper one. That's great. But I'm very curious to see what I have here, because these are still sealed in baggies. I just opened this box, so I don't know what I have. So let's find out together. Okay, so opening this first one, this is what the shirt looks like. I think that's pretty cool. I'm not personally real big on white shirts. If you've watched this show at all before, you notice that I almost exclusively just wear black or blue. So I don't know how much I'm going to be wearing this, but it is a really cool looking shirt. And if you wear white shirts, man, this is a really cool shirt. And then here on the back, like I mentioned, is a replication of the back album art. And if you look down at the very bottom, when you see song number 10, just next to the tongue, you see it just says Strange. Except that's not the name of the song. The name of the song is Strange Ways. So that was just that was an error on the part of whoever designed this shirt. It should have had the whole title on there, and it's a little weird. So they have now fixed that. The question is, did I get the fixed version of it when they sent me the replacement? Let's see. All right. So the moment of truth. So yeah, you can see that the shirt is the same. And turn it around and nope. It says 10 Strange. So they sent me 2 shirts that are both wrong. Oh, Kiss Online. Will you never learn? That's funny. I mean, I get that the original one was wrong. You know, I mean, it was a mistake. But I love the fact that then they tried to fix it. Oh, we're going to rectify this. We're going to send you out the right shirt. And you just sent me a second one of the same wrong shirt. Okay. Well, so now I've got 2 wrong shirts that I'm never going to For those that don't know, if you do order this, you might want to check that. That's going to be one of the first things, because like I said, these are still available. So when you order this, if it's something that matters to you, as soon as you open this shirt, check it, make sure it's the right one. If it's not the right one, let Kiss Online know, and supposedly they are taking care of this problem. Unfortunately, they didn't take care of it for me, so oh well. Now, these vinyl boxes do have that little bit on the back of them that allows me to get into this without having to use a cutter. I'm going to do that, but I do suggest when you do this, most of you probably already know this, but in case you don't, be very careful when you do this, because it's pretty easy to end up bending the record. You don't want to do that. As it is, there have been enough reports of people getting damaged records sent to them. You know, we don't need to add any more to that. Hopefully, I'm really hoping mine comes out okay, because I've seen a lot of people saying they got bad versions of it. All right, so here we go. We're going to move that. And no, mine came out good. This is the 50th anniversary. The picture disc and premium jacket wrapped with holographic paper and a new double-sided poster, limited to 500 units worldwide, plus each of them are numbered. Here we go. So, much like you saw with the other ones I did in the past, like that Dynasty that's right there behind my head, they're doing this new thing now with the jacket being this sort of shiny, metallic kind of look. I think it, for this album in particular, that works great because it already kind of had that look to it with the silver gray back there and the red. That works really, really well for Hotter Than Hell. Very happy with this. And what they also did, which is pretty cool, is the poster has been shipped outside of the record itself. This is actually a plastic wrapper that can be opened. So once you open this, it's not like, you know, you can't put it back in there. Also, for those that are curious, this does say up in the corner, it says made in Czech Republic. I know some people care about where the records are pressed because there's different pressing places all around the globe. Some are known to be better than others. How you feel about the Czech Republic one? Well, leave your comments below and let me know how you feel about that. I know some people think they're good. Other people don't seem to think it's good there. So I'm kind of indifferent to it personally. But there is the record outside of the plastic sleeve. You can see it there. And especially that back cover looks awesome with the metallic style. So yeah, there it is. And then I am going to pull out the record from inside. Now, the inside, as they've been doing with the other covers, the inside, as you can see, is a thick red cardstock there. This is a nice, thick, sturdy cover, which is awesome. It comes inside a plain black plastic lined sleeve. The original Hotter Than Hell, if I recall, I don't think it had any kind of special inner sleeve like we saw with some of the other ones like Dynasty or Destroyer or Animalize, where they had printed inner sleeves. The early records, at least the first 3 Kiss records, had nothing significant. They might have had Casablanca Records paper sleeves in there, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't anything in particular. And here is the disc itself. This is really cool. Now, some of you might remember that back in the 80s, what was it, around 86, 87, there was a Dutch company that was putting out picture discs for Kiss albums, and they did have a Hotter Than Hell one. I used to have it. I wish I still had it, but it looked very similar to this. But for anybody that's concerned, they do look considerably different from one another, so there wouldn't be any chance of mistaking one from the other if you saw these on the market. And honestly, both of them are so limited. You know, I don't think you're going to run into too many people trying to con you thinking one is the other and vice versa. So that's the front cover, and then you have the back cover kind of imitating the motif of the album sleeve itself. There is no song listing on there. They left it to just the mask photo on there, and I think that's a cool idea. Now, very curious to see the poster itself. Now, I'm going to be very careful about unfolding this because I really don't want to crease it or tear it. All right, so I have Megan helping me, my partner over here. She's helping me hold, she's waving, hold up this poster. So that is a live shot. That is, I believe, era specific. And then if we flip this around, you can see that we have a black and white posed photo from the era once again. And yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I really like that. And as I mentioned before, when you buy these, they do come as part of a bundle. Thankfully, unlike what they did with the last bundles that I did videos on, this one they did ship the shirt separately as opposed to cramming it into the box with the vinyl record itself. I complained about that in the last video, and I was really glad that I actually got the shirt separately this time. So here we go. All right. And here is the shirt that was bundled with the picture disc. As you can see there. And that is a new shirt design, I believe. I don't think I've ever seen this particular design before. This was what was offered with the picture disc vinyl bundle. And, I've seen some people online complaining about this shirt, saying they didn't really care for it that much. I don't think it's the greatest shirt design I've ever seen from them, but it's not bad. And, I'm happy with it. I'll probably wear it. But yeah, I'm very happy with this. It's a great record. I'm really happy to see them do something special with it. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that would be more happy if they were doing things like putting on bonus tracks, finding like unreleased demo songs and live tracks and things like that. I think that's really cool too, but that's a whole different kind of undertaking. And at this point, I think it's sort of unrealistic to expect that kind of thing, unless they're going to do some sort of expensive box set like we've seen recently with Destroyer and Creatures of the Night. These are still fairly affordable. I just dig it. I think this is cool. Not necessarily for the starter Kiss vinyl collector, but even like I said, even if you want to get in on these 2500s like this, they're still fairly reasonable. They're still a little easier to get. The 500s are just so hard to get, and they get a lot of people really mad, which I understand. I've gotten mad about it myself too. But overall, I do like what they're doing with these. Next year, it is 2025, which means it's going to be the 50th anniversary of some very, very important albums for Kiss. I mean, you're looking at, of course, Dressed to Kill. You're looking at Kiss Alive. You're going further into the future, then you've got a 40th anniversary for Asylum. That'd be really cool to see them do something special with that. I'm sure they will, because they've done special stuff recently for 80s albums like Animalize and for Hot in the Shade. Let me know in the comments, did you pick up either of these, or are you not interested in picking up any of those? And are you interested in the stuff that might be coming out soon? What are you hoping for? Some people have been speculating that there might be a box set for Kiss Alive. I think there's certainly enough material floating around out there to warrant it. If they do, are you going to buy that box set? Because I can tell you right now, it ain't going to be cheap. Let me know in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you hit subscribe, and hit that little bell so that you are notified when we have more content like this coming out. As soon as I can, I'll be back with more vinyl content, more Kiss content. Let me know what you would like to see, and I'll see what I can do. Hopefully, for those of you that celebrate the holidays, have an awesome holiday season, and I'll see you again probably in 2025. So take care.